Chalet then between Epsilon eSports and Warrior Team France is underway. Epsilon starting things out with an interesting operator choice to attack. We'll see whether it sticks around for the last 3 seconds, and then we'll talk on it, as the kitchen trophy room is the selection for defense for Warrior Team France.
Looks like it's sticking to me.
Yep, it's going to stick. So Glaz is going to stay in, and I think it doesn't surprise too many people to see it when you think about that B bomb site, the trophy room itself, with the 2 windows on either side, which you can sit at quite a range from and snipe across the map.
Oh yeah, if there's any map where he has a use, this one definitely has a lot of room.
The other position where I would like to see a Glaz, let's see if I can highlight it using this fancy camera, is here. This big main doorway. You sit outside here with your Glads and with your fancy scope on, it lets you see inside nice and easily. And then with that pulled down, you can see right in here to this reinforced wall, to the kitchen doorway, and through that main doorway. Now, anyone that is trying to get into that trophy room, from the dining room, from the kitchen, from the upstairs, or the downstairs, has to walk through Glaz's crosshairs.
Right.
And on most operators, he is a one-shot down, if not kill.
Attackers are heading out to the diffuser.
And that is a horrible thing to do, run through his crosshairs from that position. So if his team can get control of the trophy room itself, they then have to get through Glaz to retake that position. And that is a really, really tough thing to do.
Yeah, that looks like a pretty solid spot to put him.
We'll see where they choose to use him, but that is one option. Here, right now, he just started by spraying through that kitchen window from a range to catch anyone that may be out of position or doing any last-minute reinforcements from there, and is now looking to help gain control of the trophy room to begin with, using his drones for information. So, Sizzlack sitting very, very close to these reinforced walls here in the trophy room, taking out drones as he is. Zeronic is playing in the roamer role then for Warrior Team France, and is still, of course, using this smoke. As everyone agreed, the SMG-11 changes did not change it too much at all. Smoke will still be played exactly the same way it was before.
Expected.
Yeah. We'd hoped for more, but we expected
I didn't. I mean, I
that's because you're a smoke one-trick pony.
But, yeah.
Vico then hiding in the kitchen, now with Frost's slightly shorter range on the shotgun. Very much more powerful position for her. As she sits here and, of course, can then fire people off, take them by surprise, and isn't punished too hard. C4, though, right underneath the Legend's feet. Very, very nice kill for her. It now opens up the kill holes for a squad to shoot up through to anyone that is checking and using that trapdoor angle as well. And it is a nice and patient play from her. But here is that top-down angle that we're seeing from a lot of teams. You mentioned Epsilon upstairs, trying to use those floors in different ways and to get in and control of the kitchen and the dining room instead of going near the trophy room. But not working for them, as Warrior Team France are holding on tight. So it's like, where are you even looking? You're staring at a wall in the trophy room because you're scared to look at the windows. Zeronic does start to smoke up inside the bomb site through the trapdoors to help out his squad. 54 seconds then on the clock, and Epsilon is still really looking for an opening to get into here. RCK using this trapdoor as the last man upstairs, but everyone else is coming now from the main lobby. Switch for that peek. Hansen going outside, looking in through the kitchen windows. Not really used Glaz much at all yet. Just been using it to break down walls and open up doorways.
Yeah, he's not quite playing any kind of position that
nothing that someone else could do better.
Right.
Someone like a SAS operator when they're letting 5 or something, and then they go. Zangdar gonna have this pistol fight here with Safiz, and Safiz wins it despite having the time to reload. Zangdar does drop down to Safiz. Hansen opens up 1 kill now as he comes in through the trophy room, takes out Sizzlack that was hiding in there. Now he's got this corridor, it is all to himself. Vico coming up from behind is going to find Jack just around this corner, or is Jack going to find him? He will get Jack, but Jack has to turn his back. Did take down Zeronic. Vico gets the second one onto Safiz. Now it's a 1v1. Hansen, Glaz versus Frost. Used to be equal range weapons. Now Glaz is winning. Shotgun's coming in, and Vico wins the kill. Takes Hansen down as he was looking into the kitchen itself.
It took me a second to register used to be equal range weapon. Not quite, but yeah, definitely.
I mean, it used to be the sake that Frost could stand there on that diffuser and would be able to challenge Glaz in the trophy room.
Oh,
now,
absolutely.
Realizing
now
he doesn't have that same kind of range prowess and has to push him, did push him, and successfully picks up the kill.
Yeah, quite a play.
Very, very nice play from Vico. Got a little bit lucky with Twitch turning around to shoot down that corridor just before he peeked the corner. Ended up getting to the kill onto her in the back. But kill's a kill and a round is a round. Vico going huge. They're picking up the last 3 kills. 4 in total thanks to that C4 underneath Legend's feet.
Defenders
To take his team to the first round.
Perfect series protection.
It was like,
Okay, alright.
he had no eyes, he had no poles, he had no way to know that he was standing right on top of that C4. He just made an educated guess that someone would be there and looking down through the hole that they just made from that trapdoor. And it worked. So maybe, yeah, let's go educated guess, not luck. Educated guess.
That's better. Give him a little credit.
I'll go with that. So, Epsilons for their defense will bring themselves a pulse. They have also got themselves a Frost still. And Smoke and Bandit are their other 2 rounding out operators. Rook, no need to even list
5
it.
seconds
Everyone
left
knows
before
it's Rook.
insertion.
And they are choosing the Snowmobile Garage and Wine Cellar. So they do have these 2 pivotal positions to defend. Now, Bandit is up this end of the garage door because it is the safest way for him to use that battery, try and destroy some thermite charges. The rest of the squad, here, Smoke, Frost, are holding the other end, holding the other really important keystone wall. Trying to keep all that safe. RCK is being the lone roamer upstairs and is being droned out, so has to play very cautiously because of it. He has a shotgun which will, oh! With
Now
the first
that
shot,
was lucky
just
timing.
for vision, Busty Baboon comes straight into it.
Deployed.
RCK continues firing to get the kill. Sophie's now has been droned out by Twitch, and the spray is going to come in through the wall to try and take her down. It won't land, but Sislak is now going to keep trying again. He's a bit safer to go through here now, because how far away Frost is. She has that fallback even further. Will reinforce along the way behind her. And RCK now dodging grenades and C4ing out the window. Down he goes through the floor, or through the drone hole rather. That kill was landed by Ash Zoronic. Pistols him down after it, putting him on his ass. Got control of that top floor now, but they've got 1:50 on the clock. Ultimately didn't take them too long, and they're now starting to push down in towards the basement. Drone comes in, does spot Jack's kill hole, but then it is killed off from behind. Now they know there are 2 people holding that angle, and Hansen has moved himself to this side of the bomb sites. Now he knows that this is where the attack is coming from. Safiz has started to roam upstairs now that RCK has been killed, but he's been very cautious about it. And Legends is the last man defending the actual snowmobile garage side. So we're looking for a very fast rotate from Epsilon if that call comes out. But Zangdar did just drone out Frost in her new position. He's going to keep checking it to see if she has moved from where it is after hearing that window open, but she hasn't. I think he's still in shock that she's staying in that location, waits for her to actually turn around, and is now deciding it's time to push up there. She has moved ever so slightly. No, she hasn't moved at all. She's still in that same corner.
Totally tunnel vision.
Down she goes. Even though he came straight under the camera, he took the gamble by not killing it, and it paid off for him. No one from Epsilon was on those cameras, and he got the kill for it. The rest of them, though, are taking a lot of damage now inside the wine cellar. Smoke does down Sislak as he walks straight into it. He will get away safely. Vico actually taking a fair bit of damage from it himself as he's getting Sislak up, but he lost both of his charges from Thermite to the batteries of Hansen. Now they're going to come through the doorway. Vico sprints straight in, will be taken out by Hansen. Jack gets the other kill on the far side. Now Smoke and Rook have to find 2. Smoke finds one of them, and Zangdar's the last man standing now then. He's got to find 2 players, and he's coming down in through the snowmobile cellar. Rook is going to be the first man he comes across. Jack, he will fire out from range, doesn't get the kill. But now his position is given away to Rook, who's hiding just around the corner to his right. Somehow he lets him straight past, but Jack will drop him down all the same. How he got past Rook, I'm not entirely sure, but
Lost on that one with Rook, but
Jack was ready for him. He saw him come through those holes.
Jack don't care.
Peeked on out, shuts him down, and another defense win for round number 2. On a different bomb site. Now though, Warrior Team Funds, having won the kitchen trophy room first, will now put their defense down into the wine cellar snowmobile garage. Thing to note there, of course, is how the keystone objectives, those keystone walls I mentioned, stayed up, but it was still a pretty close attack for Warrior Team Funds. They still got in. It was tougher. They didn't win the firefights, so they were ultimately going to lose, but
they had the potential.
They
weren't just cut down.
It wasn't just walls are up, that's it, write it off.
Right.
They still came close. So
Defenders, protect
if the walls come down and they make it easier for them, could go horribly the other way. Guys picked up again then by Hansen, and Jack is on Montaigne. Montagne.
This,
I got corrected on Twitter last time I horribly pronounced
I
that.
think this is like the most different attacking setup we've seen.
100% agree with you.
Laz and
And I feel that it's all going to take place around here where Zangdar is, around these garage doorways. Right now, they are droning it already, to be sure. Zangdar is making a big-ass hole in the wall, but has been droned out from it. Now we'll kill the drone and reinforce it. Looking for that hole to catch anyone by surprise. Anyone that's expecting to be a reinforcer just comes sprinting down there, and he can kill them quickly. And then, of course, because of where it is in the middle of the wall, you cannot plant a charge on it because you can be seen through the hole. But as he was droned out, he has to put the reinforce up. But yes, I think this is where the Epsilon focus is going to come from, or at least from the hallway back alley, because you're going to want to stand behind that Montaigne and you want to plant it, and then you want to cover it from this window, from this doorway, using glass. EMP goes out, battery goes down. Does it trigger the right one? It looks like it did. Putting it on the second one, the battery's already triggering him. Safiz, oh, he gives it anyway. Zangdar put it down and picked it straight back up again, and as a result, juked himself out effectively, and the charge goes off and downs him. He is being allowed to crawl away here. They do not realize he's down. Now Legends will. The call is going to come out, but he is up by Doc. Hansen looking to spray on him, will not land the shots as he's already up and ran away. But the door is open. Montagne has the defuser himself. That's going to want to get dropped. And they are getting the smoke charges out nice and early. That's a key thing. The last time we saw anyone try this shield plant strategy, failed to do. They failed to get the smokes used up. And the other failing that we saw people have was just to stand in a straight line. And Montaigne wasn't blocking the diffuser at all.
Just not quite doing it.
He was shot from around the edges. Oh! C4 out through the window of the main lobby from Zangdar. From the windows up top. I can't show them. There we go. From these windows at the top here. He throws it out from the stairwell. Lands right behind Montagne. Takes him down. Really hurts Safiz. But ultimately puts a massive halt on Epsilon's entire strategy. Now, RCK and Legends are going to have to try and find another way and try and put some pressure elsewhere. Because right now, everyone on Warrior Team France is just happy waiting and watching that very tight doorway because they know that's where Epsilon wants to come in through. And they cannot do so while everyone in Warrior Team France is in these positions. RCK and Legends have to shift them, have to move them from that location. And RCK is going to be the first man to give that a shot. Goes into the back alley. If he goes prone, he'll see some feet here from Sislak. First of all, he's going to blow open this reinforced door.
Really wanted a very specific spot on that door.
Yeah, interesting. Legends coming in from the other direction does now have Safiz with him. They cannot blow this wall because they've of course not got any thermite charges left yet. They are spraying into the room. Oh, Safiz finds Sislak. Down goes Doc. Safiz gets Zangdar through the hole in the wall as well now, and here's RCK come to join them, so they're pushing in through the backside. In the tiny little cellar is one. Hansen has pushed in through the main garage, and this is all going wrong for Warrior Team Front. Started out nice, but RCK picks up another 2 kills. It's ironic now, the new man has to find 2 people, and they're inside this end. Finds one, sniper versus sniper, goes for the second one. Just tags him, switches up to his main weapon. He knows the diffuser's got to go down. He's going down because the timer's at 0. Nothing that RCK can do to stop that. Had to hold the plant. Zyronic strolls straight on up to him and finishes him off.
And once again, just as you said, they did get it open, and it should have made it easier, but ultimately didn't, and they ended up coming in through the other side.
Ultimately very impressive from Epsilon, to be fair.
Oh, absolutely.
Having their entire strategy revolve around that shield going down. We've seen teams do that before, revolving strategies around 1 or 2 operators, and as soon as that falls apart, then they suddenly don't know what to do. As soon as they lose their shield, it took them a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes, but they did readapt, they did go from a different direction, and they made it work.
Right. Yep.
Rather than just losing the round on the spot and just giving up and saying, all right, it's done. We've lost him, it's finished. Try and get kills, and if we don't get kills, never mind. But they made it work. They came in from behind. Warrior Team France, I don't think seemed to realize or at all be ready for them coming in and push behind. They got so many free kills without any shots being fired back towards the attacking people on Epsilon. By the time the shots came back that way, the numbers were so skewed in Epsilon's favor that they were inside and ready to start planting. But Zeronic saving the day, staying alive just long enough to focus down Ash and getting that kill onto Hansen when it was really, really important to do so. Keeps his new team in the game and 1 round up.
All right, score 1 for the new guy.
Yeah. Making his mark. Now, into the kitchen trophy room go Epsilon for their first defense of this location.
5 seconds left before insertion.
And they have brought themselves a castle to the party.
Recovered their diffuser.
He has placed 3 castle barricades, I'm guessing on the windows, yes. One on each window, one on the far window. Where did you put your other ones?
Drone spinning up. Drone up.
Not entirely sure.
Attackers drop the bomb diffuser.
But ultimately there to try and slow people. The other options we've seen is behind Jack here. Is there 2 on? Yeah, there we go. There's 2 on these doors to slow them down coming in from the main lobby. Busty Baboon upstairs is fighting Pulse now. Pulse will go straight out through the window when he's reloading. Shuts down Busty Baboon. RCK doing very, very well with his roaming so far today. That's his 2nd kill early in the round from these roaming positions. There was another player close. It is Frost. He is backed off and left her to her own devices. She is being droned out, but that C4 she just threw on the wall behind has given her a back door to getting out of this room. She just about survives that pre-fire through the wall from Zangdar. Don't think he knows he hit her, but he does his job, pushes her out and forces her to reposition. The next drone that goes in there will see that that has happened. Epsilon's RCK has found Zangdar on his heartbeat sensor, knows he's coming in, and is waiting for him. Zangdar breaks that wall, gives RCK knowledge that he's even closer again. And both players being very, very patient here. Do it. Zangdar, though, is on the clock. Zangdar cannot be overly patient. RCK goes for the pre-fire around the corner. Doesn't land the shot, but again, has to fall back. Zangdar is now low because of it. Vico in through the window, goes to plant a charge and is straight on a frost trap that was hidden on top of that reinforced trapdoor. Slows him down a little bit longer then, puts the charge down now, but he's lower health and it is slower than originally planned. And he even took some damage from underneath there, I believe from a C4 or some bullets from Rook. So he is chipped away at once more. Ash looking to reposition. Zangdar coming in from the main lobby, cannot get through there without using his hammer and wants to make sure he's completely safe to do so. Checking every little corner behind him first. And with only 50 seconds left on the clock, Royal Team France haven't really made much progress in towards either of these objectives. They are on this trapdoor above A, but they do not feel confident enough to drop down and into it, which is probably the right play to make.
Device activated.
They would be dropping straight into the crosshairs of someone. RCK goes back up and finds Zangdar after their earlier altercation, comes out from behind, looks to try and catch someone by surprise that was still outside. Doesn't manage to do it this time over. Legend sitting outside of the kitchen. As Safiz is taken down by Zeronic. First kill on the board then for Warrior Team France. Jack watching underneath that trapdoor, but now they know that the push is coming in from the main entrance. In they come. He does get taken out very, very quickly. RCK looking to try and support his squad, but isn't needed. As Legends as Hansen. Crossfire Sizzluck and Zeronic down. They hadn't have much of an option other than to sprint inside, as they were losing a lot of time already. Very, very slow attack then from Warrior Team France.
Yeah, a lot of time looking down to the drop down, but not really making any moves. A lot of stuff like that that just wastes the clock and doesn't help them.
I'm intrigued as to why the sledge play looked at those 2 reinforced walls in the lobby and was like, okay, in the main lobby. I was like, well, I can sledge through here and I've cleared the area around me. My team would be nice to have a second point of push from here. Right. But I'm not going to sledge these open. I'm going to go and walk through the same doorway as my other teammates and we're all going to get caught in a meat grinder. Yeah.
Again, it's just, I mean, even just opening it to open it. Just to put the pressure, even if you don't play that point.
Yep.
Bomb located by attackers.
Just so they know, okay, they could come this way. With the wall still up, they're just confident looking down the other hallway.
Exactly. Not even causing that doubt or that threat in the other location. Right. But it puts us back onto 2 rounds to 2, and it is the closer game we were expecting. And the Warrior Team France are back on defense for the kitchen and the trophy room as well.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Not bringing Castle to their table. They are putting 2 sets of reinforcements up to the garage downstairs. And hoping that holds out the attackers. Epsilon running Glaz again. Didn't really have much of an impact here on their last attack.
Deploying welcome mat.
Was the last man standing. Did get 1 kill. But ultimately didn't do anything that another operator couldn't necessarily have done.
Right, he hasn't really played any position that gives him an advantage by being glass.
Again, those early shots coming through the kitchen window
Right.
are nice, but again, have not brought to any fruition.
Starting shock drone.
And he's doing very much the same attack again. Does those shots to the window, then will drone in, check for traps, check for anyone in the B room. Sees one sitting there right in the same spot he was before. And now we'll look to try and kill him through that trapdoor hole again. It's not going to happen.
It's still not, yeah.
Same as it didn't last time. So we'll go watch someone more interesting. Fees on the top floor, taking a fair bit of damage already
Bomb diffuser.
through this hole in the floor as he was trying to plant a charge on the kitchen trapdoor.
Drone's ready.
And he's now very, very cautious about doing it again. Busty Baboon goes prone, but he's looking in the wrong direction. Does team kill the drone, but it don't matter because he gets the kill onto Busty Baboon, starts planting the charge, and it will go off successfully this time over. So, a kitchen trapdoor is opened up by Epsilon. Warrior Team France did that last round though, and didn't really use it to get any advantage. Will Epsilon use that now open trapdoor? Well, Jack's going to use this window as well, so they get another angle onto the kitchen. There is a man in there, but he cannot see him. And they did just about miss the guy in the dining room. So Hansen now is starting to fire back and forth with Sizzlack from this open window. He knows there's still a trap underneath him here, so he goes in, he's got to spray at the floor, and that could give Sizzlack the opening he needs to kill him as he leaps in. Jack finally finds a man through the kitchen window. Epsilon goes in. Oh, Hansen executes Sizzlack's face.
It's about time he got him. Took him a while, but it worked.
Biko hiding in the kitchen then. Will come in through the main room. Hansen's shots miss. Frost's shotgun does not miss. Biko once again winning that trade, shotgun to sniper. But he is now the last man standing and has been rushed down by Sophies
Eliminated.
to get Epsilon their third round on the board. Warrior Team France just slowly picked off one at a time. Each of their locations was made known, and Epsilon just waited in a couple of spots, held them there, and then took them out one at a time. As soon as someone was located, there was never any support, there's never any pressure put in a different location to make Epsilon scared about going for that kill now that, okay, we know he's there, but we can't kill him because of this. It was, all right, we know he's there, let's go kill him.
Yeah.
And one at a time, they dismantled the squad.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Down into the basement goes Epsilon's defense. Looking to get themselves at 2-round lead and ultimately put themselves on map point. But if we stay true to our course, this will also head towards a 3-3, so let's find out. Warrior Team France still droning around as if it's upstairs to begin with. Okay, scared to go inside there. But I'm sure they know exactly where these bombs are by now. Keeping all their drones alive, because it's more important they find out where the players are after they have spawned and actually run close. They can spot players now, it don't matter because they're going to move by the time you actually start spawning and moving in.
Yeah, but the diffuser. Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb.
Points mean prizes.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
And here comes Warrior Team France. So Vico with the thermite spawning the complete opposite side of the map to the garage doors. So are they going to try and go for this second keystone option this time first? Twitch droning into the garage. Did hear the window break behind him, scared that it may have been an enemy, but it was a teammate going into the trophy room above him. Now we'll drone in, checks the garage, realizes it's clear, and make his way inside. Checks down, checks up, goes on in. So Hansen has realized they're coming from the other direction and is now here, waiting on the other side of this wall to do his thing. Got 2 charges last time over, but this time they haven't reinforced the wall all the way along, so even if they get both of the charges, Ash can blow these 2 holes open, and it is still a little bit easier for the attacking squad than otherwise should be. But Zeronic is upstairs. He is trying, sorry, downstairs. He is trying to fire onto Hansen in that corner, but even if it goes through that door, there is a deployable shield here right in front of Hansen. He is very much safe, providing he stays crouched and keeps his head down. Jack, the man that won the last round, they were down here in the basement, still holding in that corner, waiting for the call. Which side does he need to reinforce? Who needs his help? Right now it is Hansen who has been pushed back and away again now that the deployable shield has been killed. So Smoke's coming in from Ash. He will try and C4 out the door. Does so, but doesn't do any damage. And Thermite is going for the wall in here. Hansen, I thought he knew there for a second, was going to go for the battery plant. But he doesn't. Turns and runs. Smoke goes out now to try and lock them outside that door after having opened it up. And Ash has smoked herself into the small wine cellar room. And will drone in to check it's clear first. Oh, Hansen comes forward. Doesn't get the kill. Doesn't get out the smoke in time to take Ash before she gets off her drone. Zeronic very, very lucky to be alive here. We'll go back onto another drone. RCK takes down Zangdar, so we are still 1-1. Jack sees him, doesn't get the headshot. He's lucky to be alive himself, but didn't take too much damage. Checking the other doorway now. Sizzlack on that drone as well. She's trying to prone across and look at the corner, and that kill hole up. Jack is doing a good job at staying at a distance. Keep himself going. Another drone has found him in the corner. He has to fall back once more, but still hasn't managed to kill the drone. The grenade will come in and down him. Rook is on the other side. Safiz is upstairs looking for the right time to flank, but when is that time? RCK is going to come in, try and help out his team, but get immediately shut down by the Ash that's inside that small wine cellar. Let's see, Vico has the diffuser. Could get in and start diffusing now, but he's being very cautious about it. Safiz will come from behind and take down Busty Baboon, but Zeronic will take down Legends on the main front. And Safiz is now making a push. Zeronic takes out Jack and really is making his stand. His case for being on this team. Down the stairs comes Safiz. The call was already out that she was coming from that direction. She had no health left after her trade upstairs, and they were ready and waiting to shut him down.
Very little chance.
3 rounds to 3. As close as we thought. Epsilon back on attack.
The glass still.
Bringing the glass out again, same time. Kitchen trophy room, same defense location for Warrior Team France though. Epsilon having won it on attack last time over. Can you hold it better this time, Warrior? You need to be able to back each other up. You can't be dying one at a time like this and not trading the kills back.
I mean, they can be, they'll just lose.
So let's see if they position better this time over. When Glaz came in through that window to kill Sizzlack hiding there in that B-bomb site, Frost was in the kitchen on the other side of a big open hole that she made. Could have shot him in the side of the head.
Right. Didn't.
I don't remember the specifics as to why, but those are the kind of things that cannot be let happen. No castle this time, so maybe Sledge will feel confident enough to come in through that main lobby. Now that he only has to break wood instead of Hemlock. We often see that trapdoor blown, but it's regularly just for vision. People rarely drop down into it because of how open it is when you hit the floor and how many different angles they can be looking at you from to take you out.
Right.
But he puts the trap under there just to be safe. That way gives him a little bit of breathing room to not be looking at that trapdoor the entire time. It means if anyone drops through it, they will still be shut down. Once more, Hansen, show me something new. Same spot again, spraying through this gap.
I have a feeling he's not going to show you something new.
Reloading.
He seems pretty set in his ways on this watch the kitchen window and then go over to the B-bomb site.
Yep, watches the kitchen window from those rocks. Heads on over to the Christmas trees. Checks there's no feet under there. Now he's going to go sit by these trees and he's going to drone inside them.
He's got to shoot first. There it is.
Oh.
Oh, throw it
for
the loop.
No. He's going for killing the welcome mat that he suspects to be there. I mean, he's right. That welcome mat has been there every round before. As a Legends actually pistols and opens up our first kill onto Zeronic. Legends, where did you get that? Top, in through a window. Zeronic gives him a nice shot for it as well. And so there we go. Checking this time that there is no welcome mat there, which there's not because he did kill it off. Checks to find Sizzlack, who's, oh my god, not in his normal spot. Where could he be? He could be out here again. Smokes in through it. That smokes the gap off from the kitchen. He gets inside once more. And Sizzlack is ready for him this time. Down goes Hansen, down goes Glaz. And I can't choose any different operators. This is interesting. You can go up and down, but we're stuck in tactical view, boys. I'm sorry about this. I cannot choose left and right, and I cannot choose A or Y. All right, never mind. We're stuck in tactical view. RCK Outside one
real-time
window,
strategy
droning in to
edition.
find where Sizlak may have been. Legends coming down the stairs with Safiz in tow, and Jack coming up from underneath. Zangdar is still on the bottom floor. Vico is on the top floor though, flanks around to take down Safiz and Legends with ease and access. Jack will drop down Zangdar though, as he gets onto the bottom floor and chases him down that way. Busty Baboon upstairs with Sizlak, and Sizlak will take down RCK as he comes through that window. He has had a much better hold of this trophy room, just by being more mobile this time instead of sitting right by those walls. And now it is all on the Twitch, coming from the main lobby. Chasing on to Busty Baboon. I feel like I'm watching a game of ants.
I know it.
And Jack now coming in through the main lobby, needs the diffuser. Sizlak is holding one corner very, very tightly. He goes straight downstairs again. Checks for anyone coming in from there where he killed the Frost. He, of course, has that trapdoor open next to Busty Baboon, so he could drop through it.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Gets the diffuser.
We're building a house
Fires
in The Sims.
into B. Vico comes down from upstairs.
10 seconds remaining.
Jack was ready for him though. Doesn't even think about finishing him off. Doesn't have the time to. 5 seconds. Misses the shots. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Jack dropped as soon as he gets through into the hallway. Busty Baboon was waiting for him. Good patience from Warrior Team France there. They knew he has to come. They knew he has to plant. No reason to go hunting for him. Vico did. But with these two still holding those angles, all he needed to do was get the information. And didn't even get a death because he was down but not hunted.
Which also means he could sit there and watch him and tell his team, hey, he's stepping out right now. So, might have been worth it for him to just kind of put him out of his misery.
I mean, he tried, but he missed.
Yeah.
You need a quick flick over to Frost. Oh, I missed
Didn't
it,
quite have
downed
it.
but not out,
Yeah.
not moving. Okay. Anyway, 4 rounds to 3. Warrior Team France now on attack. Will be attacking the basement into the wine cellar. We had one attempt at a slightly different strategy here, but that was from Epsilon. They used that shield and they used the glass. Didn't really work out for him. And we can go back to normal view. Thank God for that. Epsilon, RCK running that pulse. Did have a solid round beforehand when defending this location as him in a roaming role. Managed to get that kill into Busty Baboon as he was coming into the trophy room. More by luck than judgment, I suspect. He was making that hole. He got droned out, moved, so made a new hole to get a sight line. And in doing so, tagged Busty Baboon and dropped him.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Making a big ass hole from the little wine cellar to the big one.
Insertion.
Gives them another angle to come and cover this big main doorway,
Attackers recovered the bomb
but also a small kill hole down to the
locate
right.
a bomb and
Jack holding his standards corner here. He can cover both the garage door or the wine cellar walls from here if either is needed, and we'll be able to rotate nice and quickly. We do have our first cap can of the night as well.
With that scope. Interesting choice.
Very, very thick edges. Doesn't give it a lot of view inside the circle either.
And especially given how good the other reflex sight is on the Russian weapons.
attackers
So
drop
if
the
he wants
diffuser.
RCK though is upstairs
Attackers recovered
and has
the
already
diffuser.
been fighting a little bit, down to about half health through that kitchen window where those shots were coming from. Has got a shotgun, so he's got to use a pistol down the end of this corridor and will lose that fight to Busty Baboon. He is downed, and they do not realize this yet, and he's looking to try and get himself into some kind of safe position, and right now, it's working. Delaying Busty Baboon. He still doesn't know whether he's just hiding or if he's actually down, so he's scared to actually push RCK.
Drone spinning up.
Now he'll drone him and find out. This is why, remember kids, you don't always have to peek and kill the guy. Just as long as he knows you're there and you're hiding, that makes him scared enough to move, and that, oh, he realizes that it's safe to get down that way, and he will finish off RCK
Attackers
with a
have
shot.
recovered the
Tossing EMP grenade.
Downstairs do the rest of the team go. Warrior Team France sends Ironic in to deal with Hansen again. He will destroy that deployable shield once more with his breach charge and forces Ironic back. Vico uses his breach charge on the same wall he did last time round. Hansen is not worried so much about blowing this open, or about stopping this rather, with a battery. Ironic uses it to open up the first kill onto Hansen himself. That means the next charge can go off on this keystone wall, and suddenly Warrior Team France have a really strong position to attack into this A-bomb site. Epsilon with 3 men left have to hold on really tight. Rook, nades going right next to his head, but not enough to put him down. Will be enough to put down Safiz though as he comes to try and back it up. Vico will finish Safiz off, and now to the side is another member of Epsilon. And it is Jack. He takes down Zangdar, who was trying to flank, but Legend's being pinned in the corner by a lot of shots and is now downed. Jack has to find 4 and get a teammate up. And Zeronic will spray through the smoke and take his head clean off. Warrior Team France then take map number 1, 5 rounds to 3, and after what was a very tight opening, ultimately a rather anticlimactic end to that last round. It was very well executed, very well played by Warrior Team France, but Epsilon, who had been defending so well before, just kind of fell apart in that last round. Yeah. Everywhere that WtF went, they opened up. They go up for a shot, they opened it up, and Zeronic really making his case as the new guy. 13 and 5.
13 and 5.
Destroying the defenses with that, especially that last round. They're picking up 4 or 5 kills.
I would say they're probably not too disappointed to have picked him up.
No, definitely a good addition for this squad. And as we mentioned, the winner of this will jump up and above their opponent. They're currently drawing for position. Both of them want to be up and above where their currently current team is. And we need to switch the map over to Oregon.
Old Oregon.
There we go. Team's getting confused for a minute. But there we go. Here is that moment. RCK forced to reposition, goes, oh, I'll make a kill hole. Oh, I found a person. I'll kill that person.
Where'd you come from?
Takes out Busty Baboon. But ultimately, probably the most success he had while roaming. Zangdar somehow getting Safiz there. Safiz just not paying attention to his behind.
So tunnel visioned. They're just watching.
No one checking the camera check behind for him. And these were some other very nice shots from Safiz in towards this SI. As I mentioned, it's still possible to land kills from there, thanks to using that doorway and using there, but without that main wall open, it's a tighter angle, it's a little bit easier to defend from inside. But they made it work a couple of times, not every time. But then there at the end, you saw when they get those 2 walls open, they get the mini wine cellar open, they get the big wall open, that bomb site is completely in attacker's control.
Suddenly your cover becomes very not so good. Especially with all the little nooks and crannies between each barrel of wine and everything.
I would argue, for the sake of map balance or even like just game consistency, that cover needs to become solid. I don't like that there's little holes behind it all.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because those little holes are not holes that you can be shot from both ways on. They're at such of a height that you're crouching behind it, you cannot see back through it, but they can hit you here, you just can't see through it. If you're going to have little holes in the cover like that, they need to work both ways.
Right.
Personally, I would like to see that leveled out a little bit.
Yeah, probably.
Because there are plenty of places on the maps where such holes, those tiny holes, there's one on cargo hold and plane. You can watch those backstairs through the middle of all the cargo box, which is fine, because both teams can do it.
Exactly.
But those ones there, you hide behind those barrels, one team can fire into them, you can't fire out through such holes.
True.
And then there's another one on the other side, which does just about work their way through. Either way, it's too inconsistent for me. Both teams say they are ready. We are on to Oregon. We will focus on this map instead, and we are underway.
Oregon time.
You're excited, I can see.
Well, I guess what excited me was Rewritten's whole deal of just totally mixing it up. Even though it didn't work out for him well, it was really cool to actually see some new stuff in Oregon. So I'd be excited to see these teams break out something different than just the regular old thing.
True, we're on map number 2. So, let's see how the WtF defense opens up. It begins on 2, kids' dorm and the dorm's main hall. So it's a slightly different location to start with. Most people going straight into that basement. Now we're seeing teams, as you mentioned, mix it up, Rewritten being one, but they're an Xbox squad. And they are bringing in a cap can to do it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
how
bombs as they
where
can.
they use it. They've also got a Frost alongside, so ultimately 2 operators that perform kind of similar jobs.
Right. Frost, I would argue, a little bit more effectively.
Yep. Can't disagree with that, just because their traps are far easier to hide.
Right. It's entirely too easy to find the cap devils.
Yep. We can see that change in the next patch. I like where this 2.3 patch has gone now, I must say.
Definitely.
While Smoke is here again, because arguably he's unchanged. It's the right direction. They've at least got the right idea, and they're not trying 2 huge changes to make it happen.
Exactly.
Doing little baby steps, and that will ultimately be safer for the game as a whole. Frost is definitely down into a spot exactly where she needs to be. That is great. And then, of course, the bug changes are again. He's not super fixed right now.
Right. Still problems with his actual primary weapons,
but again, he's also in a step in the right direction to becoming possibly viable again.
I'm gonna play with him next time I play.
which you can now do.
Which I
mean,
can finally do. $153 and 181 zloty later, got the laptop.
You fixed
power
your
supply
own
back.
screw up.
Yep. Exactly.
Here comes Epsilon on attack then. And they're going straight in upstairs, running around on the roof like rats for the moment. Checking in through the windows, opening it up, giving lots of positions for Warrior Team France to look at and check, be aware of. And then they'll start to put some pressure on. Once they've decided they have located everyone. This is a map which has often had 2, sometimes even 3 roamers from squads. Warrior Team France opting for none. Everyone sitting in corners within the top floor bomb site location. This is as far as anyone has gone from the bomb site. And even that is not particularly far. And Frost takes a big bunch of damage as Ash blows the whole floor out from underneath her. I don't think Ash realizes that's what she's done. Is not pushing too hard onto Vico and keeping him there. And he also hasn't moved position too much because he really needs to be holding this tight angle here now.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Upstairs from Twitch is going to see Frost. She can't take too many shots from this, has to destroy her own welcome mat and still doesn't kill the drone, and that means she's downed and finished by the Twitch drone.
That's not a good day.
That is not a good day. And in the process destroyed her own welcome mat too, so helps the attackers come up that stairwell. And Ash is going to do just that. Sprints across the gap, goes for the fire into the opposite room. No one there, but now knows he's got safe control of this entranceway. There is a player down and prone to his left though. It is Busty Baboon and he is being kept busy from a different angle. Zangdar's been spotted up this end. Zoronic, the last man, well, they don't know exactly where he is. They do, in fact, he smoked the window. So he knows exactly where all the defenders are, and they will pick them off one at a time. Legends find Sizzlack. Next up, who's on the chopping block? Zoronic's in here. Busty Baboon is being picked on and Ash is looking for him. Busty Baboon misses the shot on Ash as he comes in. Legend sprints into the room they just killed Sizzlack's Capcan from. And they're starting to close in from either side. Zangdar drops down to the floor below, but needs to start flanking instead of just sitting there if he wants to help his team, because they are closing on in. Wow. So Ronick goes for 1 kill, does stop the diffuser, but is immediately answered by Jack. We're back into Ant View. And Hansen is going to hunt in onto Busty Baboon, takes him out as he sprints through that wall into where the planter is. And that was a nice coordinated push by Epsilon. Take out 2. Now we've got control of this area. We know this guy's here. We can't get to a safe slow push on him, so we'll sprint him from 2 different directions. He can only kill one of us. And they take him down nice and quick.
I feel we have yet to see a team that, even though this even though that bomb site keeps being picked, I feel like we have yet to see a team that really confidently defends it. It's every team seems to kind of just get picked apart one by one. Like they kind of want to watch each other's angles, but don't.
Yeah. With the first few weeks we saw it, teams were holding it tight because everyone was like, oh, well, how do we attack this? Well, the plant on A is really easy if we get in through the window. So like everyone focused this end and come in through the window. Now, teams are being more confident in their communication and their teamwork. In all coming from 5 different angles, but still actually being able to cover for each other, even though they're not standing next to each other. And yeah, that is now seriously favoring the attackers.
Yes.
Down into the basement goes the Epsilon defense then. They're bringing a castle with them. Let's see where he puts his barricades. One there from construction. Another one here. A long way down and deep into the base. Then we'll do a couple of reinforcements. Sophia's is upstairs. RCK is upstairs doing some trapdoors as well. And Legends reinforcing the ones at the top of the actual basement stairs itself. Final armor panel, where are you going to put it, Jack? Right at the back by these tower stairways.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Device activated.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
That's it. Using his batteries here in construction, not using it to destroy the thermocharges as they're placed. It's not quite so vital to keep those going, but put a couple down there. If someone leans against it, take a bit of damage. If he doesn't pay attention to it, he might destroy a charge on it. Just a little thing that saves holding them in inventory, which is going to help at all. Put them down, you might get a little something out of it. It's just the little things. Rule number 70. Value the little things. Save the little things.
Something like that. Don't sweat the small stuff.
CK going to get droned out, but damage is done. Peeks out, takes down Sizzlack, but Zoronic will quickly collapse in on him after having droned him down. Team France comfortably gaining control of the floor below. Now Zaronic with Vico's drone in front will go and take control of the dorms area upstairs. There's no one actually up here to deal with, so they will quickly start to push down towards downstairs in no time. Hansen and Jack holding the construction end. Sophie's here at the stairs, looking for anyone that might come in. Ash is going to blow the top above her. He has to fall straight back. Jack has come to join here, and Legends is also right here under the pivotal trapdoor.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers dropped the diffuser.
What do you plan to do being so close to it?
Yeah, he seems really
Thermite is on it.
set
He can
doing
hear the
something.
plant coming through. He stands right under it and immediately has to turn and run. It got stopped?
Attackers have recovered
Oh,
the diffuser.
Frost! Sophie
Okay.
sprinted upstairs and shot it.
All right.
Ignored all the players up there, just shot the charge, gets killed for it. It does stop one charge. Ultimately, doesn't gain anything for the team as they still just use the second one. I mean, it's a big gamble. If they'd used the charge somewhere else, fine, it would have worked, but they didn't know that happened, so why do it?
Not sure it was worth the trade.
No, definitely not worth the trade. Losing that shotgun could have been in a very important position at the bottom of these stairs. For one charge, which probably just delayed them by 10 seconds,
Right.
if that. I don't know. Jack forced to push back then. Legends back into the laundry cupboard will in fact go down. Jack comes around the corner. Hansen picks up one kill at the backside, but is now trying to push forward with Jack to support. Busty Baboon planting the charge in one front corner. Sprint in goes Jack. Sprint straight into the crosshairs of Busty Baboon. Zaronic through the floor, up top, shoots down onto Hansen as he tries to back it up as well. And Warrior Team France grab themselves a round. Not a very convincing defense there from
Not
Eps.
at all. Not at all. I mean, it was the usual just get cut apart, even before they even opened the top.
Like, we've seen teams try and do very different ways of holding that top trap door. We know how important it is and how pivotal it is to keep it locked.
Right. We've seen the mutes on the table.
Suiciding
we've
an
seen-
entire operator to kill one of 2 charges.
Definitely was not
Never
worth
in any million years crossed my mind as a
Attackers
good
need to locate and
idea
defuse
to
as many
try.
bombs as they can.
it. Maybe Frost was more confident in getting the cheeky peeks on the Thermite himself. And
Even then, it had already been, like, busted. It would have mattered. I don't know. Like, maybe if they'd used the thermite charge elsewhere and you knew for a fact the other one had been used elsewhere,
right.
then maybe that trade would have been worth, because that would have been a lot harder for the Technique to come down the stairs without that.
Right. If you're confident that the rest of your team will win the gunfights, even if you're down one player, could ultimately be worth it because it's a huge thing to not open.
10 seconds remaining.
But ultimately, you didn't have that knowledge. It was the only charge, and you wasted a lot for your team. Here we go. We're Team France now. It's their turn to defend down here in the basement, using the same location, and Vico is the man on the shotgun this time over. Let's see if they have a better time doing it. They are also not sending anyone around to roam too far. Keeping everyone quite close to this bomb site. They know how quickly the attackers can push in here if they feel so, and it's very hard for the roamers to come back and help retake.
Loading new mag.
Just very slowly waiting for the inevitable Epsilon Armada to make its way forward, but it is doing so very cautiously, checking every corner as it goes, and again, rightfully so. Now this time make the way in. They're confident that most places are clear.
Drone's ready.
Rightfully so. Steve Baboon still making more kill holes downstairs. Zangdar now starting to realize that they are up top, using this heartbeat sensor to confirm it. And the C4.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Player sitting right on top of the trapdoor. Shouts it out, but ultimately they didn't do anything about it. Vico backed up in B. Zaronic looking up front. Zangdar up there too. Busty Baboon using his kill holes to watch the stairs. He's got this reinforced right here as well, so that will stop him being shot through the wall from the trapdoor.
Heartbeat sensor activated.
All about holding the stair location for them. Zangdar though goes down to a grenade that was thrown into that little linen closet by Legends. So that's the first casualty of this round. We're in Team France down a player. Ash on the stairs. We'll be making a lot of noise destroying this barbed wire, and Busty Baboon will hear her coming. So Onyx switched up to watch the same corner now that was previously being watched by Zangdar, but he has to reposition. Vico watching the trapdoor behind. Drone comes down through it. Sislak takes a little bit of damage here in the corridor. He, of course, being shot down through that trapdoor that's blown in the main room. Down the stairs they come. Busty Baboon can't land his kills onto Ash. Those were the angle. That was the important thing he was looking for. Ash goes back up top and puts down Sislak by firing at him with her charge right behind that shield. She goes down now in the basement. Safiz is here as well though. He's hiding in the corner looking for Busty Baboon to peek around. We'll see him, we'll drop him, but stays up too long and Zyronic will put him on his ass. He gets taken down. Jack is at the wrong end of the map here. Finished off by, or put down, sorry.
Looks like they got
by
it.
a frost trap.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Defenders win round number 3.
Operators, you have run out of time.
Thanks to time win. Those two players that were in the wrong end of the bomb site thanks to that frost trap that Twitch walked straight into without realizing. Wasted their time. They couldn't come back, couldn't help with these kills. Couldn't get the defuser back down. And ultimately, the Rook was downed inside that little storage closet.
Right.
And even if they'd killed Frost there and she hid behind that table, they couldn't finish the Rook off. And he would have still won the round on time. All because Twitch stood on a frost trap and they sent someone to go and deal with him.
Should have just left him to die.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Upstairs then, Epsilon go for their next defense. Jack using these castle barricades on a bunch of windows to keep them out for a little bit longer. And Hansen using mute. So, mute charges underneath the castle windows. The idea is there,
10 seconds
but it
left.
doesn't stop Ash charges, it doesn't stop sledges.
Right.
So I'm not sure how effective that's really going to be. Because how often do you see people actually breach charge these windows? It's more often than not, sledges or Ash.
Yeah,
Attackers must
99%
locate
of
and
that.
defuse
And not
the
to mention,
bomb.
I mean, one Thatcher on the roof takes out most of it.
Yeah, the Thatcher EMP range is way, way too big. So here comes Royal Team France. Let's check as they stand right now. Zyronic still out there in front, helping his team along to their 2-round victory. Busty Baboon and Vico bringing up the other kills for now. But it's still only 3 rounds in, so very, very early days. And they're aggressively coming forward again. See that? Capcan holding out once again for Safiz. RCK trying to fire onto the floor above Busty Baboon. Does get a hold, doesn't do too much damage. Now the shots coming back towards him. Doesn't take any damage, but is being droned out now and is forced into very different spots once more. Legends is just checking the cameras, telling Epsilon RCK when he's coming up towards that window. You can see that Zangdar is rappelling out there. Probably going to keep spotting him as well. RCK peeks through it, sees another drone and goes back in again. Zangdar on the top, upside down, so RCK knows he's got to aim high. But is cautious of people coming inside as well. Zangdar coming down. So incredibly close to RCK here. RCK moves, both players very, very tense. The rest of the map is fighting, there we go. RCK holds patient, Zangdar strafes straight across in front. And RCK gets the kill. Zyronic now looking to peek inside, will do into Safiz's crosshairs. Neither of them land any shots and they come back. Oh, one quick burst from Safiz will down Zyronic. Sislak outside, Vico as well. Zyronic's trying to get down and will do in towards Vico's open arms. Not Vico's arms, who is it? Busty Baboon. Sislak's open arms.
Someone's arms, somewhere.
Vico gets into the armory. RCK was finally killed off, and Safiz's Capcam went down as well. So, despite Zyronic going down and Zangdar going down, the numbers advantage is still here for Warrior Team France.
Located a bomb.
Zyronic Zaronic is back to pushing the same spot he did before. Legends takes down Busty Baboon though. This time when he goes aggressively in, it will not work for Zaronic. Jack shuts him down as soon as he begins moving. Legends watching them from behind. We'll see Sizzlack trades a couple of shots off, but doesn't do too much damage. Sizzlack, however, is still hurting. Vico puts a charge on a wall right behind Castle. Castle's going to get away from it with ease. They still need to clear out this tunnel before they can really push forward. 20 seconds. And they're going in through the barbed wire, through the same entranceway. He knows that was all she wrote for Warrior Team France in round number 4. Yep. Epsilon locked them down really, really nicely and hold them off on time.
A lot better defense there. They actually had the angles on each other. They were playing, you know what I mean? It was a lot more of pinching the attacking team instead of letting the attacking team come in from everywhere and pinch them.
Yep.
And even Rook at the end there, just playing back in the hall, knowing that they had to push past him, and if they did, they'd have to deal with him behind.
Yep.
Instead of actually trying to peek them.
If they'd have just stayed there and tried to fight with his teammates a bit more, then yeah, he'd just come up behind him and ended them. Otherwise, they just suicide ran into his teammates because he knew that was all they could do. Now, back onto defense. Go Warrior Team France, and this is something new. Taking the tower bomb sites.
All right, the stack.
Inside and up. The stack, which is ultimately very, very close in location.
Here we go. See, this is why I was excited.
Potentially fast rotates, but also very, very exposed to lots of different windows. Therefore, lots of different access points for the attacking Epsilon squad. Hansen is taking his glass again, which is nice on the roof and the dorms, and it is nice in the basement because of the long-range one-taps that can be crucial to turning those engagements. But is it really going to work so well in the tower?
Well, I'm sure he was not expecting the tower.
Yeah, pretty sure this caught by surprise. There are a lot of windows, as I mentioned, but they are windows that are not too hard to hide from if you're the defending squad. So let's see where they do it. Busty Baboon up top behind a defensible shield. Tanked up, putting a couple of batteries down as Ironic inside the meeting hall. Vico down in construction underneath, looking to be the flanker and be a nuisance. So this is Zach and Zaronic here. This is the key, I think, to defending this bomb site, is that you cannot put too many people inside the tower.
Right.
So easy to get caught and slaughtered if you're all in there like fish in a barrel, as opposed to being spread out like you are right now. RCK opens up the kills onto Zangdar though. And it's not a good start for the defending Warrior Team France. They're going to go in through the meeting hall roof. So they start opening up that tunnel. Glaz had some peeks through, but now he's using his range and checking these longer hallways. But ultimately keeping the bottom floor all locked down with his rifle. One hit down, so most people are going to sprint straight through that gap. And now going to go up and check the roof above. Jack was at range, droning from a long distance, is now going to come join. Fees here in the dorms hall with Legends helping him out. They will now both push through the meeting room, top corridor, and join into the tower itself. Busty Baboon still holding the very, very top floors. Ironic in the main lobby, looks for one. Twitch is outside the door, he doesn't know this. There's a smoke up the top of the meeting room, it's actually behind them, they've already pushed on forwards. Vico trying to fire through the floor, ultimately at nothingness. And will fall down into the basement. Sizzlack, again checking the meeting hall top, but they're already inside. Busty Baboon stands up, will find Hansen, takes down one. Finally there's a kill on the board for Warrior Team France. Legends downstairs finds Sizzlack jumping out the window into him, gets a lucky headshot on him, and RCK will find Busty Baboon at the same time. RCK has been down though. Vico inside is fighting with Zaronic very, very close. He'll jump out the window, down in through the doorway, comes up behind Twitch, takes her down. Very nice flank from Vico. There's one to his left, does he know it? It's the diffuser that's there. Legends is throwing a flashbang in, but he's holding it. Doesn't matter. Legends uses the flashbangs, but doesn't wait for them to go off. Will get Vico, who was on the single last swing to get the kill on the diffuser.
Isn't that always the way it goes, though?
Feels like it.
Yeah. You never, you know, start diffusing and just kind of die halfway through. It's always, and I didn't do it. Oh, it was so close.
Epsilon back onto their defense, going down into the basement again. It's nice to see something different from WtF.
Yeah, definitely, and it worked for him. That's always better too, and it's different and it works.
But, admittedly, it only just worked. There was a couple of sloppy moments where people were running into each other, teammates and opponents alike.
Right.
Frost coming around behind like that was almost more by luck than judgment. Falling down through that hole, I don't think it was planned. It was just the way he was sprinting away from the fire coming in this direction. Allowed him to get behind Twitch, but the plant went down, and that is ultimately a very dangerous position for the defenders to be in. When the plant goes down, the attackers suddenly get an advantage, and well, the attackers won the round because of it, so it was very, very close, but still needs some refining.
Right.
Epsilon on defense again in the basement as mentioned, taking a very standard setup for them. And again, doing nothing we hadn't seen before. Can they hold this trapdoor in the main lobby better than normal?
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
It
Attackers'
is
objective is
the
to
key
locate a
to
bomb
this
and
down to the
defuse
bomb
it.
site. It has been said so many times. That keystone reinforced, should you say?
The what?
The keystone reinforcement.
The keystone ring? Yes, absolutely.
Crack it open and you get the bomb site on a silver platter. It's ironic outside this window just avoids the shots from RCK flying past his face. He's now cautious about getting inside again. Will ultimately make the move. Goes on upstairs again. Peeks around the corner. Hang on, that I think that was a bug on our screen.
Yeah, I thought he went up the stairs.
Because yeah, he went up the stairs on our screen, this shot's firing, is immediately downstairs and it's killing RCK, so yeah, a little bit of lag on the spectate PC, I believe. Now he goes up the stairs and this time it's legit.
We just saw the future, I think.
Well, no.
He went up the stairs.
Oh. Up he goes then.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Safiz is on the floor with him and he's going to walk out straight into Safiz's crosshair. Safiz's patience was paid off. The drone was there just after Ash pushed as well. If all Zaronic had done is been a little bit more patient, the drone would have seen him. Around the corner comes one more, and it's Busty Baboon who gets put down by Safiz as well. Twitch will come from behind though and finally stop him, but they are now 3v3. Rook, Jack and Hansen all still holding in the basement, letting the attackers come to them. Twitch spraying down through the stairwell. Gets a little bit of a tag, but nothing too serious onto Hansen. Now holding the corner, do not peek back into it. Tempting, I know, but you don't need to. As the trapdoor is blown open. Not as deadly, as there are only 3 members of Warrior Team France alive, but it's still going to be pretty nasty if not held properly by Epsilon. Grenade coming in there from Thermite was nice, but it needed Twitch to still be at the top of the stairs to really make the most of it. She's moved and is now droning to see exactly where Hansen stands. Now to his right at the bottom of the stairs. That next drone will also discover. And the third drone we'll see as well. Twitch going back to that hole she made. Next grenade's coming from Vico. Here we go. Here's the teamwork. Grenade come in. He goes up. Oh, doesn't even get a chance to go up onto the stairs. Is just downed by the grenade itself. Nicely cooked. Man advantage for Warrior Team France, and down in the back of the hall, Jack is taken down by Zangdar as well, and suddenly it's all on Legends to find 3 and stop the defuse in 20 seconds. We've seen worse. Thermite comes in, gets straight into the corner and stays alive. Now Zangdar's behind, he sprints past him, gets into the hallway, does manage to get the down onto Twitch, but gets headshot into trouble. In fact, it wasn't, it was just a prone.
To the brain.
Yeah, I thought he killed him the way he dropped down, but it was just going prone.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. The kill's there for Twitch. The round's there for Warrior Team France. So, 3 rounds to 3 again. Just as tight as the first map started out. But then Warrior Team France ran away with it. Got 2 rounds in a row. Took it 5 rounds to 3. Can they do it again? Will they do it again? They are down into the basement for the next defense. Not feeling like going into that tower again. Needs a little bit more refining before they can start practicing and putting that one on show once more here in the Pro League.
It's nice to see it try.
Yep, it's nice to see an effort for something different. And they did come very, very close.
10 seconds remaining.
Same standard defenses and reinforces by Warrior Team France as every time they've attacked or defended this basement before.
Attackers have recovered.
But it has been very hit and miss
Attackers' objective is to
with the
locate a
success
bomb
of their
and
defenses.
Ready to go.
And here come the attacking squad. Drones in first again for the first few rounds. They still got to clear the rest of the map.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
I mean, ultimately, once that drop down is open, I feel the defending team has to have somebody pressuring them from upstairs. There's just there is no way to defend that bomb site from the bottom. You can't do it. You can get grenaded from everywhere. You can get shot from almost everywhere. There's just no way to hold it from downstairs.
Yeah, and like most people are pushing down the stairs while there's one man in the trapdoor and stuff. And like that one man at the trapdoor is then horribly exposed for that flank to come in and do your job. Right now, the only man even close to being upstairs is Vico, and he is hiding in the kitchen store cupboard and has yet to be discovered.
Which is good. That's all he needs to do. Sit there, wait for it to be open, wait for the pressure to start pushing, and then just sprint in there with a shotgun.
Reloading.
Did just fire. I believe it must have been at a drone. And yes, there are now two swarming around him. Kills them both off. He's choosing to stay in the same location, more or less. As just being here is stalling the attack from Epsilon and forcing another drone to be used on him, but this one he didn't see. And suddenly Twitch is pushing very aggressively forward. He'll throw the C4 out. Doesn't do too much to her at all. He's being surrounded now from all sides. Twitch from the right. One more from the left. Goes for the shots. Doesn't land enough. Twitch will walk straight into his crosshairs. And he's now holding another one hostage in the main side. Gets downed. Downs for downs, but RCK is there to revive Hansen. So ultimately it's just a 1-for-1 trade in favor of Warrior Team France though. And it all happened before the trapdoor was blown, so now that is blown and there is no one upstairs to do anything about it. Epsilon starting to put pressure on it through the hole. Hansen's at half health, RCK is at half health, maybe they can use this to their advantage somehow. Fires are coming in. Everyone firing down through this hole. Legends still looking for an opening to make this hole bigger. Gives it an easier angle for them to fire down in towards the basement. Grenade bounces off. RCK is taking even lower since her shots have been exchanged through this trapdoor. We'll track down any other deployable shields in that corridor. Busty Baboon takes down Safiz, and he was the man with the diffuser as Sizzlack takes out Hansen. Legends will respond by finishing off Sizzlack, but RCK is coming down the stairs. That's where the diffuser is. She's picked it up. She's hiding on the bomb corner. Everyone loves to plant here. Discovered A. She starts to plant. Jumps off for the distraction, but it doesn't matter. She will kill Zangdar, but trades it. Zangdar kills her. Give again, of course. With Busty Baboon, as he was still alive at the end. So, there it is. Round number 4 on the board for WtF. They won the last map 5-3 after winning these last 2 rounds on the trot. Can they do it again? They're attacking the kids' dorm and the dorm's main hall. Upstairs in the bedrooms is where Epsilon have chosen to make what could be their last stand.
I mean, they broke up the monotony of not winning defense, so they certainly have a good chance to end it right now.
Team France using very slow again, methodical drone placement, keeping it alive for the beginnings of the round, letting all the setups go down.
Razor wire is up. Activating jammer.
Ready for company.
Then they will move their drones in. Then they will track the Epsilon positions, which previously on these bomb sites have been very static upstairs in the objective locations. Is that going to change? Is it going to be different? It already is. RCK is downstairs. He's running around the kitchen and the dining room area. There are drones very, very close to him, but he cannot see them. There we go. Finds Vico's one, takes that out first, and immediately has to run from this position. Zangdar spraying outside the garage window. Going to peek across the gap again. RCK sees him come in the door behind and takes his head clean off. RCK playing with a very dangerous, aggressive game, but it could be what it takes to win the round for them. Having a 4v5 advantage straight away now.
that neither team has been that aggressive with the roamers, and this is such a good map to be aggressive with roamers.
Yep. And it's paying off so far for Epsilon. Busty Baboon now scared of where smoke may be. Everyone else pinned in and wait for the drones to do their work as well. And they're down a player, so there's one less drone, there's one less pair of eyes. And smoke is back up in the armory and doing his normal thing, so now they can just wait it out. Let them come to them. 2 minutes on the clock. And Warrior Team France now starting to realize that they are clear and safe on the other floors. It's time to go to the objective.
Stay clear of the blast!
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Inside the tower goes Busty Baboon. Legends is very close by. He's on the adjoining rooms between the meeting room and the bedrooms. You've got breach charges. Are you going to try and go in there, Busty Baboon?
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Not appears to be the case right now. Legend's going to hear these windows breaking and know that the guy's behind him somewhere. Up the stairs comes Vico. It's reinforced, so Vico's going to thermite it. Has to reposition. Legends now then has to hold this tower a couple of seconds longer.
Drones activated.
Busty Baboon going to drone it. Vico pushing up on the right hand side then. This is the thermite pushing aggressively with one charge and 2 grenades left up. So it's like pushing into the bedroom opposite him, so they all back each other up, and Zyronic is on the far side, putting pressure on the outer edge of the map. Busty Baboon goes into the tower and takes down Legends. Will now continue to push forward and is going to support Twitch because of it. Twitch looking to come inside, and Jack is in there waiting for him. Hansen holding the A-bomb. He's got Zyronic out to his right. She is tagged and low. He is full health. Can he do anything about it? Jack starting to fight back and forth here with Twitch and Busty Baboon more or less at the same time. Come in. Sislak takes down Busty Baboon, taking down Jack, going huge. Hansen getting Zyronic as he tries to come inside and get stuck in a frost trap. Suddenly it's all on Vico. It looked really good for WtF and it's now gone backwards. 3 seconds on the clock. Can't even get that last kill. Hansen will finish him off and we head to overtime. They were trying it again, trying that slow approach, finding locations and picking them off one at a time, but this time Epsilon were better with their firefights.
Much better.
Epsilon picking them up, getting the shots, making it count, and not letting Warrior Team France play the game the way they wanted. So, kids, dorm, and dorm's main hall. Upstairs again, defense.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Full reset, so they got complete choice of wherever the hell they wanted to go. This is where they want it. Castle again, mute again. They literally just won it to take us here into overtime.
Ready to do it again?
Which is why they wanted to do it again. Will it succeed 2 times on the trot? Will Warrior Team France step it up a level and make it work?
10 seconds remaining.
Warrior Team France definitely plays their...
5 seconds to go.
They move well together, but they just did not win the gunfights that last round.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Zyronic jumping in through that window, not paying respects to where the frost trap could have been.
Right.
As his team, I'm presuming, were rushing him to go for it. They were pushing the other direction. He needed to push that direction at the same time. That's the whole point of a team push.
Just
But he hadn't checked for
floor.
that trap in time. And yeah, forced him to jump straight into it. RCK with slightly different positions then, not roaming as aggressively as before, but is now watching the doorways from above. No one's coming in that direction this time over there. Once again, they're droning cautiously, checking all the different windows, but ultimately making the same locations for pushes as they did before. Zyronic coming from this bedroom, Busty Baboon coming from the other tower, more unlikely go through in the meeting room roof with Vico's support if it's reinforced. Zangdar coming up from the kids' bedroom location. This is like coming up the back stairs. Hansen holding his same spot. It's where he killed Zaronic last time around. Jack in here as well, picked up a couple of kills for
Attackers
himself.
have located a bomb.
Sfeez was taken out, but is looking to stay alive a little bit longer this time.
Loading new magazine.
Zangdar opens up both the windows now, and that puts Sfeez back into a corner. Legends has dropped down from the meeting hall roof tunnel to being on the base floor. And is technically going to be behind Busty Baboon if he times this push correctly. And now he's playing it cautiously. He's being very, very careful the way he goes, but he's making a lot of noise as he does it. Busty Baboon is well inside the tower tunnel, as Hansen is starting to make fights now in and out towards the A site with Sizzlack. Sizzlack push forward, Legends gets around behind and does kill Busty Baboon off, so there is the man advantage now for Epsilon. Zaronic looking to come through the window, downs with random spray onto Hansen, knowing that he was behind there somewhere. Zangdar taken out by Legends as well, who is now in that tunnel again after taking control back from Busty Baboon, as Jack waits for Sizzlack to come up the stairs and shuts him down. Zaronic still outside this window then, has Vico in support this time over. With 45 seconds on the clock, they've got to kill 4 people and get a plant down. Grenade coming into the back corner of the room. Make sure there's no one prone in there, and that's not the case. Zaronic then goes in through the window with confidence. And is waiting for Sfeez, but sprints straight into his crosshairs. Will down Sfeez, but is it going to be enough? Vico still has to plant. It's not. Legends finds him in the corner, skirts it around, and shuts him down. Epsilon go 1 round up in overtime, and are going to be comfortable now for the rest of the following round, and put themselves onto match point. Warrior Team France need this round to keep themselves in it. They won the first map, but they want all 3 points from this. Both teams currently still sitting on 2 points in the standings. Need the draw to put themselves at 3, because basic maths.
That was very well done.
Yeah, I'm quite advanced. But obviously, either of them want the win. They want to stretch it out, get some gap between themselves and their current opponent, as they are both all drawing up, and make their way up the table, up towards those top 2 positions. This is, of course, week number 4. Halfway point is gone. Has been and gone. And both of these squads want to get towards that top 2, want to be there for the LAN finals, want to represent their region. Fight for that grand prize.
Secured. 10 seconds left.
Warrior Team France then choosing the basement for their final defense, or potentially final defense, hopefully in their case not.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
To make it
Attackers'
last.
objective is to defuse a bomb.
Will they be able to? Epsilon are pushing in again, getting to some solid cover, taking out as many cameras as they can, and then droning through the rest of the house, same old. While Warrior Team France are still setting up their defenses in the basement. All 5 of them staying downstairs and holding on.
Setting up.
You can stop worrying about me.
Go. Watches the camera upstairs be taken out by an aggressive player who's inside the armory. Legends, to be specific. And by now, Epsilon should have figured out that they are clear on the top 2 floors, and Warrior Team France are down in the basement. Question is, what can they do about it now that they know that's the case?
Probably open the breach and throw grenades at them and shoot them all.
Stay clear of the blast.
You may be right. That's Sfeez on Thermite, heading towards the trapdoor. A couple explosions going off underneath him, but he's getting support in now. EMP is going to go down. He will stand onto the trap, plant the charge, set it off, and now open up that kill hub for his team. Head to the meeting room as the second one. It's the less important one, but now that the first charge is done and successful, you can use that one easy. And now picks up the diffuser for his secondary job. Starting to use this trap door now. The grenades are going down and through it, but Zangdar will take down Legends, firing back up through the hole. It's not often you see that kill work out, but this time it does. Vico tries to flank around behind and gets downed on the stairs to the tower. They're not going to hunt him down. but he's still out of the game.
Throwing flashbang.
Hansen down through the meeting hall. The smokes came back up from there. Jack still looking through the main entrance trapdoor. They're still a little bit cautious about Frost from behind. They don't know that she's down. With 50 seconds on the clock, Epsilon really haven't made use of this trapdoor too much. Looking down through it, but can't really make anything stick. Busty